Hey, it's Cooper here with Big D Services. Thanks for tuning in. Feel free to share. If you like what we're giving you, subscribe. If you want to have more information, hit the bell. Let us know what's going on in your world, and let's get to this. This is class 4 in building your business for free with free marketing. Now, make sure that as you're building your business and you're working on free marketing and you're out there talking to individuals, you will get criticism. If you're doing anything in a positive light, you will get criticism by somebody somewhere. So let that go in one ear and out the other, because when you look at the real brass tacks of things, your customers will be everywhere. So one of the lessons that we want to get together today is you want to go through the process of all the places that you go and the places that you do business. Those are places that you're going to market yourself. And we're blending the old school versus the new school. So some of the younger individuals that have never done hands-on marketing may not know anything about it. So it may sound strange or out of the ordinary for individuals, but you look at the individuals that are over 40, 45, they used to have a newspaper that was delivered and it had coupons in it that people used to cut out their coupons and go to the store using coupons. Now all those coupon things are online, but you still look at the interaction process that people look for information. 90% of the interaction of information that people have is they'll go out to Facebook Marketplace, look for an item. Nowadays, it used to be Sears catalog, it used to be Target catalog ads, it used to be Uline is still one of those companies that still sends out a catalog where people shop out of. But most of the people used to do a catalog-based type shopping. So now you have Amazon and you have Google and you have all these other companies that have been able to be accessed by the internet. So being that they're being accessed by the internet, you have expanded where your customer base truly comes from. So if you have a business that is marketed in your local area of Wisconsin or your local area of Lincoln, Nebraska, the people that actually access your Facebook page or your digital page or your website can be from all over the world. So in doing so, it's imperative that you understand that your customers can come from anywhere. So some of the analytics of what people reach out and do or touch your page, you have to look at in consideration. So once again, when you're looking at the information that you're providing, if you're trying to do something in a positive way, you're going to have the naysayers, the criticisms, those that try to stop you. Anytime that you're doing something in a positive light, you're going to be attacked. If you're doing something in a negative light, it's just glorified and blessed, it seems like. So take that with a grain of salt. As you know, you're going to promote on your Facebook page, you'll get negative comments that you are promoting your wares or however the case may be. Don't worry about it. Let it go in one ear and come out the other. It's just one of those types of things that anytime that you do any type of public type work or action, you'll get the negative response. And most of the time that's based on individuals' insecure positions in themselves, or their idiocy within themselves, or just plain old jealousy. One of those structures causes them to lash out at you when they have no idea who you are. So when you look at exposing your information and you're looking at the free marketing advertising, what we've been building so far is your structure to present yourself. As you well know, if you're looking at free marketing or you're tapping into any of these videos, the hardest thing for a person to do is talk about themselves. It's hard for them to promote themselves. It's hard for them to promote their business. And so doing that, working through the structure with Big D Services, you're going to learn how to pretend that you are working for somebody else, but you're actually marketing yourself. So now, go back to your homework, sit down and make a list of the places that you frequent, whether it be the hardware store, whether it be the local Menards, whether it be a Fleet Farm or that kind of structural place, or bar or restaurant or hair salon that you would frequent. And those are the places that you can reach out that you're already doing business with and ask them for referrals or ask them how to structure doing your business. And so what you're doing now is you're gathering that information from individuals within your circle of business, or those that are in businesses similar to yours. Reach out, send them an email, go on to Google and type in your business and see what pops up, see what businesses pop up, and maybe reach out to them and say, hey, can you mentor me, or hey, can you share some of your information? Don't be afraid to ask, because if you ask and they say no, no doesn't hurt you. Because everybody, no matter what industry that they're in, started somewhere. They don't start in the middle of success, and they don't start at the end of success. They have to start somewhere. And so the logical process is go ahead and start. Don't worry about the criticism. Worry about the bridges to get to the other side. Because there's lots of information that goes on. When you look at the Facebook world, or you look like at the YouTube world, there are millions and millions of videos that are uploaded, and there's millions of individuals that are talking about their businesses and that kind of thing. And the question always becomes, how do you do the exact same thing? Well, you do the exact same thing by following some of the structure. You're looking at, now we've talked about building your Google business page. You looked at your Facebook page, you looked at your Instagram page, and you should have those in place. Now, when you look at the information that you're putting together from the businesses that you do business with, now let's structurally put together a information piece to get to them. It's like, as I did a outtake, your videos are like handing a person a business card. The more business cards you hand out, the better the business that you do. Some of them are going to be thrown away into the trash can. Some of them are going to go on into deaf ears. Some of your posts will never ever be shared. But the more you do your posts, the better posting that you get, the better the following that you are, and your information that you share to somebody else will help somebody. So no matter what kind of criticism you get, you know a little bit more than somebody else, and somebody else might know more than you do. Or I never claim to be the expert in all fields, but guess what? All I know is that my helping somebody helps my business, and somebody else's business, it's a paying forward type thing and being positive. The longer you put information out there, the better off the information gets, except for those that put out a bunch of negative stuff that hinders and hurts it and that kind of thing. So don't worry about those type of issues. Don't worry about those types of statements, because in consultations that I've talked to many individuals, is the hardest part is the criticism. Don't worry about the criticism. You're going to get that. The more criticism you get, take what they criticize, look at it, analyze it, and is it something that you need to improve? Is it something that you don't need to worry about? Or is it just a disgruntled person reaching out to you? But all comments are good. If you look at when a person has a train wreck, you have a lot of visual activity that watches that train wreck, and guess what? It gets exposure and attention. So when you look at somebody that pays attention to any of your stuff and makes a comment, say that's good, because somebody's actually paying attention or watching. Not everything is going to be content for everybody. So back to what we're doing for today's lesson is you're putting together those clients that you do business with, and structurally see why you're doing business with those clients, because now you're building your attitude, per se, to how they do business with you. Because next, we want to structurally make a press release. And with that press release, we're going to take that who, what, where, how, and why. We're going to structurally put our press release together so that therefore we have the capabilities of sending out our press release to the media sources that we have within our area, because the media sources that we have within our area that we reach out to will help us grow. Especially if you have a brick and mortar, or you're starting a new online store, or you're starting a new business that you're trying to build. Those types of things, you're building your niche group, you're building your network, and the more you expose, the better off you are. So our next lesson, we're going to get involved into an example press release. We're going to go through that structure, making up that press release. Now, that press release is something that you're going to release in segments. You're going to release it on your Facebook page and on your social media. You're going to release that press release to your local media sources. And when you release that out to your media sources, you'll be surprised, and you should have gathered those media sources in the last week's lesson of your 200 area, the newspapers, the newsletter type places, even your community ed. Reach out to them too, so you have a contact there, because that can be a source for you later to also expose and teach what you do, or have for example, for a person that has a clothing shop, you could have a one-day how-to at your community ed. So now, not only do you get the advertisement from the community ed, you have the benefit of showing your wares. You have the benefit of showing the how and pulling somebody else up and teaching them how to market themselves and build their brand. Thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see, hit subscribe below. Feel free to give us all your comments. We're working right down the list on how to market your business for free. The marketing process is the structure of a little bit every day brings you success. So you have to do a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to get up and do it, but you do a little bit every day and it brings you success. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, leave your comments below. We'll catch you guys next time.